All right, a quick update video on what we've been going through. Our testing on the fan. So testing is on the fan setup itself has been really good. We've seen a significant increase of hash rate, like 5-7% on a 24-hour average time frame, which is pretty good. We were running pretty consistently at 300 mega hash before we had an issue where I pulled the power cord out of the wall here. I moved everything to the center of the room yesterday. I don't even have it, like, you can see I have cords running everywhere just to try to keep it in front of the window because we've had some cool air. Well, I lost half the phones. Long story short, it was a pain in the neck. Wiring is still a mess. I've been giving it some thought and working on version 2.0 of this rack, which is going to be significantly better. I don't want to mess with the wiring yet because I'm not sure what to do with the power blocks and where to mount them. So I might need the extra lengths of wire. I do know the power blocks I want in front of the fans somewhere. I just don't know how to mount them. I also decided that so I went pretty tight there. Let's see if I can zoom in. The distance between the phones and the bottom of the shelf above it is pretty tight, like 1 inch, 1.25 inches. I do want more room there because when that malfunction happened yesterday, it brought a serious concern to my attention. Once all the phones were plugged back in, you have to, like, I go through and touch the power buttons so that way the screens don't stay lit. Some of them I got in the settings so they don't light up, but not everyone has that option, like the always display always on options, like, or at least I didn't find them on some of the phones. So, and it's a real pain in that space. Like, it was not fun. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make it big enough I can get my hand in there. I think I'm also going to cut it down to 20 phones per section, which will give me that'll remove about 4 inches of phone and a little less, like 3.75 inches of phone. And then I can space the phones out just a little bit more. Not that it needs it, everything's running fine, but just to give it a little bit more space in between. And there's dual purpose to that. And then the second reason is because I'll take 4 phones off the power block, lighten the load on that. So maybe we're not putting as much so maybe we can get some more life out of those, right? I feel like my camera's a little crooked. Sorry. Now, as far as, like, I could have the wiring in the back, rotate the whole thing, so we're just looking at the pretty side. But the only way I can think to do that and be able to pull the phones out would I'd have to, like, loop it. Like, have a loop of wire dangling so I could have enough slack. I'd rather it be tight and just straight to where it needs to go, like cut to length or whatever. Maybe not cut to length, but just minimal excess. And I still want to keep it with, like, I can just pick the whole thing up and move it. So obviously if there's 1,000 phones on there, it's going to have some weight to it. I mean, you'd be surprised how heavy the box was with 100 phones in it. Like, it had some serious weight to it. But anyways, I just want to give you guys an update on the cooling. It's going good. I got a local guy just there to hold it still because the fan vibrates. It'll walk itself. I got a local guy with some raw materials that I can get, like, really, really cheap in the grand scheme of things. I'll save like 80-90% over retail. So I'm gonna go look at those this week. It's like an hour away. And might grab it. He wants like it's like a bunch of aluminum. And he wants like $300 for a ton of it. Like 65-foot pieces. He wants $300 for it. And it's bigger than that. Like, I can make 2 of those out of 1 piece. So I think I'm gonna do it out of aluminum. One, because of the thermal properties of aluminum. So if it does help a little bit, wood has like 0 thermal conductivity. And but that's just up in the air. I might even just do steel if it's cheaper. I'm gonna try to avoid welding. I mean, I have a welder here. I could weld it, no problem, but I'm gonna try to design it in a way that if somebody wants to recreate it, if somebody's gonna go down this path hard like I am, you will be able to do it with like basic hand tools. So that's the idea. The wiring is really bothering me every time I come in here, but it's just gonna have to be that way for a while. I'm probably gonna swap out my receptacles too, just because these are pretty old, and just put some 20 amp heavy duty ones. I'm not having any issues with like the walls feeling hot or anything, but I did have I had an electric heater in a room that gets a little cold in the house over the winter, and that one did burn the plug a little bit. Granted, it's probably drawing 20 times the amperage as this, but you know, they're a couple bucks a piece, so I'll probably just pop them in. Summer's coming. This room, I noticed yesterday was really cold outside. Well, my roof, like there's an addition and there's a roof right there. Well, the heat coming off of the roof at like 8:30 in the morning, even though it was only 50 degrees outside, was insane. But as the day progresses, obviously the sun's gonna be on the other side of the house, and I don't know how long I'll be using the window for, but this is the smallest spare bedroom. So I feel like, and it's right above my internet connection. So this is like kind of where I want to be, but we'll just monitor it with the temperatures. Overall though, it's going pretty good. We hit like a personal record on these phones last night, like 7.37 Verahash in a 24-hour period. So that's pretty good. Like if we can do that every day, we will be in good shape. I'm anticipating about 180 coins return in 30 days. So if we were up to the 200 range, is going to be the high side, because it fluctuates. Some days I'm like at 5, and then the next day I'm at 6.5, and then I'm at 5. But the last few days I've been like 6.5, 7.37. Like it's going up. So we just got to keep pushing. And I haven't added any hardware that would justify like that big increase. If anything, I'm down on hashing power. Like yesterday I was down 3 phones from about 11 in the morning till this morning. I had 3 phones that were almost down the entire time. The one is just being a pain in the ass to charge. The one other like LG phone just keeps resetting. And then there was a bunch more. I did like 10, 12 phones last night. Well, here I got a list here, I think. That's what I made this for. So the first batch was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 phones. Second batch I wrote on my hand was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 phones. That's 10 plus those other 3 which were already down. That's 13 phones, and we still pulled 7.37. So it was a pretty like rough day yesterday. Anyways, if anybody's got any questions, again, the tutorial's in the bio. Like the video, comment on the video, help us out. That would be greatly appreciated. I'm gonna try to post something every day, like, just to grow the channel. So if you guys are interested to see what we do with this, it would be great if you did, offer that support. There's one more thing I need to address. There's another YouTuber by the name of Paperclip. He came on our channel, he was talking mad smack. He called us out in a video, and he wants to race to 1 gigahash. Our hash rates are pretty similar right now. So, I mean, I don't know. I think we got to accept, right? Do we have a choice? What am I gonna do? Change my name? Hide under a rock? I'm not sure. But all in good fun though. He seems like a super cool dude. You guys should go check out his YouTube channel too. He's also mining Verus Coin. His setup's way cleaner looking than mine. He has a different, same concepts, just a little bit different ideas. But either way, the more people we bring on board into the community, it's the stronger the network's gonna be. So it's positive. It's a win-win for all. Anyways, you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'm out.